Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Vanderpool. Today we're going to be talking about political parties. Now, there are two major political parties that are in existence today in the United States, the Democrats and the Republicans. So the Democrats are considered the more liberal party. They want more government intervention in economic matters, less government intervention in social matters. The Republicans are the more conservative party. They are the opposite. They want less intervention in economic matters. They want more intervention in social matters. Today we're going to be talking about the party structures and what parties do. All right, so how are these parties structured? At the National Convention, is a probably the biggest moment for a national political party. The National Convention meets every 4 years. It nominates the president. You have the National Committee, that manages party affairs on a daily basis. The examples for the two major political parties are the Democratic National Committee, the DNC, and the Republican National Committee, the RNC. And then you have congressional campaign committees that support parties' candidates for elections. And then you have the national chair of the various parties that manages the daily work of the party. So another big thing with the National Convention, not only do they nominate the president, but they write up the party platform as well, and the platform talks about the party's stances on various issues. So, what is the goal of a political party? To win elections. So what is the function of parties? They are a linkage institution. They connect citizens to government. Connected to that is political efficacy, which is citizen participation level and awareness of government decisions. So, at least theoretically, these parties should be trying to engage voters, and thus increasing political efficacy. Parties run candidates for political office. They inform the public. They help voters decide who to vote for in elections. And they organize government. They coordinate government policy making. Democrats or Republicans generally will vote together on issues in order to push legislation. So, why do we have two parties, Democrats and Republicans? The biggest reason is we have a winner-take-all system. The winner receives a seat, particularly when you're looking at the Congress, while the loser receives nothing. And so because of that, people feel as though they've wasted their vote if they vote for a third-party candidate who will not win. Another thing to keep in mind is in Congress, it takes a majority to do things, which is another reason why the winner-take-all system seems to promote two parties, because you need that majority to do something. Third-party candidates usually join one of the parties. For example, Bernie Sanders is an independent from Vermont, and he usually will caucus or meet with the Democrats. And so other countries can have the opposite, where they can have what's called proportional representation, where the percentage of votes is directly applied as the percentage of representatives. So some other countries that have parliamental systems have this. By the way, the elephant and donkey at the bottom of this slide here represents the two political parties. They're the symbols of the two political parties. The elephant is the symbol of the Republicans, and the donkey is the symbol for the Democrats. Now, when people talk elections, oftentimes they'll talk about the grassroots. So the grassroots basically means parties can also reach the voters personally, get out the vote on the local level. So when you're talking about grassroots, you're talking about local politics, getting out the vote. Now, over the course of America's history, you've definitely had minor parties and third parties. They've played a role in politics. So some types. Some parties are dominated by individual personalities. They're dominated by a figurehead. 1912, Theodore Roosevelt and Bull Moose would be a good example. You have some that have long-lasting goals or ideologies. Abolitionists fought slavery, prohibitionists fought alcohol, etc. Good examples of modern-day third parties include the Green Party and the Libertarian Party. Now, let's look at some party identification. Some political scientists have said you've started to have a de-alignment, or weak membership, more independents or moderates, and this has been a trend that has occurred over the last 50 years. So straight ticket voting, where you have strong party membership, and people vote for all the candidates for one party on a ticket, seems to be on the decline, while ticket splitting is on the incline, where people on a ballot will vote for candidates from different parties for different positions. Now, some political scientists have said that very recently there's been a little bit of a realignment, and an increase in partisanship. Over the course of the past 50 years, you've definitely seen de-alignment, where there is less straight ticket voting, more ticket splitting. Very recently, though, there is an argument that is made that you've had a realignment and kind of a reoccurrence of more straight ticket voting, and there's some evidence of this if we look from 2004 to 2012 here. So one key term is gridlock. Okay, so gridlock refers to Congress and the presidency being controlled by different parties. And so when you have gridlock, what happens is because the Congress and the president are different ideologically, they don't compromise, and then a minimum gets done. There's a minimum amount of legislation that gets passed by the Congress and then approved by the presidency. And this gridlock makes government highly, highly inefficient. And we've had a decent amount of gridlock over the course of the past decade or so. So let's start off by looking at 2004. So 2004, you have a Republican sweep of Congress and the presidency. All right, so this would definitely be a good example of realignment, because people are voting for a Republican, in that case it's George W. Bush, for the presidency, and then Congress is is Republican as well. 2006, you see a split of the presidency and the Congress. A little bit more evidence of a little de-alignment there, because you've split the presidency and the Congress. 2008, Barack Obama is elected, Democratic sweep. So a lot of straight ticket voting going on there, people voting for Democrats for Congress as well as the presidency. 2010, Republicans take over the House. And 2012, you split the presidency and the Congress. All right, let's do the assessment. Let's describe the functions of political parties, and we're going to describe the reasons we have a two-party system in the United States. You can pause if you need it. And the summary in a paragraph. Describe what you have learned today. Have a good one. Bye-bye.